missed you Friday.
I missed probably the best night down.
They found it. They told me they found it. I just wanted to, you haven't heard about it.
Hey, I have a business question.
Yeah, you need to get that. I told him we need to get that letter.
Our oldest son, JD, is manager.
There's a house right next to the park,
Yeah.
I guess what you call South Park, where the water tank is.
He asked me about that
They had
street,
these little
and I didn't, he wanted to talk to you, and I said, I'm not giving you Bob's street. But I'll ask Bob, and tell him to call you or something.
So they make the
That's
paper.
true.
They're very
I'm
very
in
kind.
fact, Ron.
So, well, he said it's not, been managed.
Well, then we'll have to check. I don't want to lie to you. I'll have to check.
Are you working today?
I know, some of it I have to still go look up stuff, it's just a lot.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Well, that's fine.
I will find out
Because,
tomorrow for you.
because the big snow that we have, you know, they pay somebody to do their own, but they wouldn't do that street because they said it belonged to Western Virginia. Yes, yes. I'm in Greenville.
How you doing?
We have taken our streets.
Nah, I just watered down. Hey Russ, this is really funny. He'll verify. I get this phone call out of the blue from a guy I've heard from 30 years. But he's on my Facebook. I'm a graduate. Some of them are
And I was going to say, no more business, no more business. No more business.
Do you have a good time?
for the red light. Jackie, would you tell us who else is in attendance?
Brian Carter and Steve Blinko are online.
And Steve?
Steve Blinko.
Steve Blinken?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'd like to call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum, both online and in person. So second item on the agenda is public comment. Do we have anybody in the public that has something they want to say?
Greetings to the Policy Board. My name is Matthew Cross. I am chairman of the Pedestrian Safety Board, which gives me a seat on the Citizens Advisory Committee for the MPO. We had a meeting last week and we did not have a quorum, so we could not officially recommend approval of item number 7 for you all, the RFQ for the Greenbelt Complete Streets Project. I am also a board member of the Mon Valley Green Space Coalition, and as you can see from the Greenbelt map, I hope you've had a chance to view this online. It's an excellent proposal. It's been approved now by the City Council as well. The southern loop has White Park and Marilla Park. It has some things in place already. The central loop contains Falling Run area. The northern loop, which I live in Suncrest, so I'm familiar with it, really doesn't have that much in place at this point, and it is the biggest loop. So with Mr. Austin and Jing, good work. They're requesting this RFQ to create some more connectivity up there in the West Run area, which we know has got some more units coming in. It's really being developed, and now is an excellent time to do that with the West Virginia DOH completing their work for improvements in that area. So I would ask that you strongly consider approval for item number 7. We would appreciate that. And let me just close out by thanking Mr. Austin for his excellent work over the years. He has provided good access to the West Virginia DOH, which we know has been a problem over the years, but I'm amazed at what we've been able to complete as a city in Morgantown and the county over the years, which his direction and the help of Jing down there has done excellent work with the graphics and so forth. And Jackie as well now with the communications. The MPO has really been a great service to the community. So let me thank Mr. Austin and everyone for that.
All right, we appreciate your volunteering on the CAC and pedestrian committee. So appreciate those comments. All right, next on the agenda is the election of officers. We had a rather large nominating committee, and it was determined that they'd like to nominate that the current sitting chair, treasurer, and vice chair is the correct title. Vice chair. Sorry, Maria. Remain the same, and that would be myself as chair, Russ Rogerson, Maria Smith as vice chair, and treasurer as mayor, Patty Lewis.
I would make that as a motion.
I'll second that.
Enthusiastically third if we can.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for approval of the officer slate as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. All right, well, congratulations to those volunteers.
Or prisoners.
Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. They were in your packet sent out earlier. Anybody have any comments, corrections on the minutes?
Move to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Okay, minutes have been moved in second for approval. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Next, we have our committee reports. Citizens Advisory Committee.
Mr. Chairman, since we did not have a quorum for the Citizens Advisory Committee, we do not have a report, and Mr. Abilso was not able to make it. I will say that the members of the committee who were in attendance were supportive, as Mr. Cross indicated, at the Citizens Advisory Committee of the entire agenda, the TIP amendments, the RFQ, and the UPWP and the Stewartstown Point Marion Road information that was provided.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Next, we have our finance report. Mayor Lewis.
Thank you. Our beginning balance for November was $49,488.52. Two deposits in November totaling $6,800.09, 22 disbursements totaling $36,094.82, bringing our ending balance to $20,193.79 to carry over into December. In December, we had two deposits totaling $26,689.35, 20 disbursements totaling $35,780.87, leaving us an ending balance in December of $11,102.27.
And Mr. Chairman, I would like to add to that, because of the relatively low balance at the end of December, we did access the line of credit, the MPO's line of credit in the amount of $30,000.
Okay. All right. Move to approve the finance report as presented.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, opposed, like sign. All right, accept the finance report. Next, the executive director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will tell you we are moving forward with hosting the statewide planning conference in June. So we're very excited about that, and staff has been busy with that. I also will say we have a pretty busy next 6 months coming up, but if you'll take a look, you'll notice with the draft UPWP I only provided you with the finance report. And the reason I did that is because I will not be seeking to extend my contract past June 30th. I am retiring. So I thought I'd let the policy board know that, and my successor will work with the policy board to come up with the real work that needs to be done in the planning work program. In the meantime, I will develop a bare bones work program for the MPO staff to keep the organization going, and of course I will be a resource after June 30th to provide assistance to my successor if he needs it. So,
Or she.
That's politically incorrect, I apologize. But anyway, I wanted to let the policy board know that. And so it's an exciting time for my wife and myself.
I bet. So, great. Congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm the shortest term person, well, I don't know, Mark, I guess, maybe not our shortest term people on the board, but I just want to thank you for all your efforts in leading this organization for 16 years.
It'll be 17 as of June 1st.
It'll be 17, so you're kind of like Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
But seriously, this organization does a lot of important work. We've had some great momentum in the transportation world here as of late, as been indicated in the paper. I know you've been involved in some of that, but there's also a lot of other activity going on and about that, as stated earlier, you had a great leadership role in. So we appreciate your service. You'll be missed, and we look forward to looking for someone who can fill those shoes and continue our transportation planning moving forward.
Thank you. Well, I will still be around for another 6 months.
I was going to say, all these accolades, you don't get checked out early.
No.
You got to come back.
So we have 2 more meetings. So.
Yeah, and in that note, just so the public knows that we do have a search committee. The search will begin here in the very near future, and so you'll be seeing advertisements and local, state, regional, trade publications and the like. We found Bill, I believe, on a national search because he was in Florida before he came to Morgantown. So we're going to look far and wide to see if we can get the best candidate possible for our community.
Yeah, maybe, Jenny, I can't remember, you were on the MPO when we hired Bill. I'm possibly, the 2 of us were maybe the only ones that are still on the MPO that Mike.
I've been here since the beginning.
When we hired Bill, but it was. I mean, we did vet a process, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we were very fortunate to get Bill, and
he sufficed well. So where I was going with that is for not, we can take a victory lap too. We can
You outlasted me.
So.
I just want to remind you,
No,
still
it was-
2 meetings left, he can still score.
There you go. But, no, it's, you know, and it was at a time that we were in transition on leadership, if you all remember, and, you know, that we really needed, losing Chad at the time, he had provided really strong leadership, and Bill stepped right in and followed that up and continued to build. So, you know, I don't know if it was because of us, but we were lucky to get Bill, and it was a process. We were happy that you were interested in Morgantown and the area, and happy that we were able to hire you. So it's been, in reflection, it was a great hire, and you've been a great asset for us here. So.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will also mention that probably Delegate Statler.
Yep, he was probably, yep.
He was on the board at the time.
Yes.
But yes, I've been very fortunate to work with a great board, so I've really appreciated the support. Thank you.
And, you know, rumor has it that he's not going back to Florida, he's going to stay here. So we still have a great member of our community.
And there was the hope for perhaps some overlap between the new directors so that you could assist in the transition.
Yes.
And even if we couldn't get the dates quite right, you might express a willingness to, on an ad hoc basis.
On an ad hoc basis, yeah.
Okay.
Keep the momentum going.
Yes. Great, thank you.
I've always been committed to the community, and I wanted to succeed, so I will do what I can.
Wonderful.
Oh, we got that in the minutes?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Next thing you know, you'll be a board member.
Well, thanks, Bill. Appreciate that report. Anything else on your executive director report?
I will note that there should be some improvement to the condition of the portion of Dorsey Avenue that has been under construction. We've talked to DOH Maintenance about it. They thought that it had already been taken care of. It's the gas company that's working out there, and they're not finished with their work, so that's why they have not sealed it up. But they will be putting more gravel down and stabilizing the potholes on that location until the work is completed. So that is a piece of good news. We also had a very successful public meeting on the Harmony Grove interchange on Tuesday. It was well attended. I'm not sure of the number of attendees at this point. I think it's around 50 was my guess. But it was a well attended meeting. There were no pitchforks or torches. Everybody was there for good information, and I think DOH did an excellent job with that. So it all went well.
Bill, do you know if the work on Greenbag just around the corner from that Dorsey work, is that related to the same project, or is that part of our Greenbag project?
Well,
they've been digging and putting in either a sewer line or a water line.
Down by the school.
Oh, down by
right
the
in front of my
school.
office.
I think that's related to the gas work. I'm not sure.
Okay. It's they're putting in a large PVC pipe this week. But,
we did inquire about Greenbag with our talk with the district, and they're still fighting right-of-way issues. So I will also say that we discussed the University Collins Ferry roundabout situation, and that contract is supposed to be completed also this coming fall, and the contractor is saying that that will happen. It's just not going as quickly as we would like. I was by there yesterday, and they've done a significant amount of work there since the last time I've been there. So that project is on schedule as well. So, we've also done some work on behalf of Mountain Line to get an accommodation for a vehicle turnaround at the warming shelter right there on West Run as part of the West Run construction project. It will not be available this year, but as that project gets up and going, they're dealing with some right-of-way issues there also. They will work to make an accommodation for that. I can't discuss it. Nothing's been finalized about that, but they are, the DOH is well aware of it, and they will do what they can to try and accommodate that turnaround for Mountain Line. So those are some of the things we've been working on.
All right. Thank you, sir.
No,
All right.
that's information.
Moving on the agenda, we have the TIP amendments.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have two sets of TIP amendments before you, and I would ask that the policy board consider addressing them separately. The first TIP amendments, and these can be actually addressed as adjustments, but I would prefer the additional projects to be included into the TIP by the policy board. I think they're significant enough projects, particularly the Spruce Street project, because it will involve the resurfacing of Spruce Street, which I think will have a big impact on the city of Morgantown. So I prefer to bring that as a TIP amendment to the policy board. And that's a resurfacing project. I've arranged for a meeting for city staff and the MPO to meet with DOH on the Spruce Street resurfacing project with the state's engineers that are working on it. And then there's the Doug Hill Bridge +1 project. And that's not a big project, but the folks in that area would want to know about it. So we put those on as TIP amendments rather than adjustments for the policy board's sake. So I wanted to bring those to your all's attention. The others are regular. Removing obligated projects, the Smithtown Road project has been bid, and it has been accepted for the contractor, so that is to be completed this coming fall.
March 26, 2027, I saw the contract. That's 27 years.
Yeah. And the I-79 exit 155 temporary signals.
Yes.
25 years.
We're very excited.
We're making progress now, right?
Those are two big
Yeah.
areas, especially the temporary lights, which I know I've been on you to be on them, and I appreciate all the support you had on that, because that's been something that F- intersection, it was horrible. So we're very pleased that's finally moving forward.
School bus drivers will love it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Affects everyone.
Mylan Park, everyone.
So are you asking,
That's an informational item.
Yeah, those are
so
just,
these
The Spruce Street
approvals
projects.
independently?
What I'm asking to approve are the two Spruce Street projects and the Doug Hill Bridge project.
I
The
would
others
make a
are.
motion to do so.
second.
All right, it's been moved and approved, or second to both those projects? Or
We
Yeah,
want to-
all
we want
all
them
of those,
separately.
all of
three?
the highway projects.
All the highway projects suggested in the TIP amendments, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. You have it.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, and board. The next item on the agenda is, are the TIP amendments for Mountain Line, and this is their annual budget TIP amendment. The big item in the agenda for them is they're replacing the roof, which is 30 years old. And it's time to be replaced. They will also be taking down the solar panels that are there and then reinstalling them once the new roof is installed. And unless the board would like me to, I won't read through all of these items in the Mountain Line TIP amendments, but TTAC did unanimously recommend approval.
Move to approve
Okay.
those items for the Mountain Line Transit.
Yeah.
Second.
It's been moved and second to approve the Mountain Line amendments. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carried. Mountain Line gets a new roof. Much needed.
Okay.
So we're on the next item on the agenda.
Yeah, the next item on the agenda is for a study that we budgeted for in the Unified Planning Work Program. It's a complete streets project, which is eligible for 100% federal funding. No local match needs to go into this project. And the idea for the project is to identify and develop initial design specs and a cost estimate for improvements to the roadway network that will provide access to the proposed greenbelt. And so it's making the link between the street network and the neighborhoods and the proposed greenbelt. And we've been working hand in hand with WVU, the City of Morgantown, and the Green Space Coalition, looking at the entire roadway network that will be contiguous to the greenbelt. And they selected, as Matt referred to it, the Suncrest area as being the most important area for this first action to look at implementation on the DOH side for the complete streets, for the Greenbelt project. So we've developed a scope of work, and we wanted to make sure that the policy board was aware of it, and we would appreciate your approval of this RFQ, and we will go out to our on-call consultants, AECOM and Kinley Horn, and ask them to bid on doing this work. This is a project we would like to wrap up, and it'll keep me busy before the end of the fiscal year.
Move to approve the Greenbelt Complete Streets RFQ.
Thank you.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Board. The next item is our audit. We had a very successful year last year. We didn't have any notations or comments on our audit, our financial practices, and we came up with a clean audit. And so I would respectfully ask the policy board to accept the audit report.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and second to accept the audit. And congratulations on a clean audit.
Thank you.
All due to our treasurer.
She keeps me alive.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. Good audit.
Mr. Chairman, the next item on the agenda is the Stewartstown Road, Point Marion Road intersection analysis. We referenced that during the adoption of the Metropolitan Transportation Plan at the last meeting. This is using Synchro, and it's pretty sophisticated intersection analysis software. Jing did good work with it. We're providing this to the policy board and also to the state as we discuss programming of that Stewartstown Road, Point Marion Road intersection project in the STIP. So we're providing the policy board with the information. It's a justification of why the project is needed. And if you look at it, that intersection is failing, particularly in the afternoon peak, but also in the morning peak.
Right.
Does it have to do with the fifth road that comes into it with no signal whatsoever?
Yes.
That's problematic.
Yes.
Hey, Bill, and maybe you did this, can you send just this to me electronically?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
We'll be happy to do that. And we even provided the sheets from this analysis software, which we normally don't provide to elected officials, just to demonstrate the quality work that MPO staff is capable of doing. And I want to commend Jing for his work on that. This intersection is so complex because of the street Commissioner Arnett referenced that Jing actually had to call up the software developers to ask them for advice on how to model it. And we sent it to them, and they said the software really can't model it except with an unusual workaround, which they worked with him on it.
Right.
So it's a very complex intersection, and it works amazingly well considering.
Because everyone's careful because the topography is nutty, you can't see.
The topography's not good, the layout's not good, and basically that one road, which is actually a WVU road,
Yes.
is not controlled at all.
Yeah.
No.
Technically, it's technically not controlled by the signals or stop sign.
Couple that with 9 months a year, you have about 45 school buses twice a day, in
Yeah.
addition to parents dropping and picking up from
And then football
on a
games.
two-lane
out
road.
there and
It's-
basketball
It's
games.
just an epic disaster out there, but.
Yeah. So I provided you all with this information. It's good analysis, and I like showing off our staff.
Yeah.
So
kudos, Jink. That's
Yeah, I really appreciate Jing's work on that. That's great that you do that, something that complex in-house.
yes. He, just as an aside, he has also been working diligently with the transmodeler model of downtown, and he's getting very competent with that, so he'll be able to do a lot of work as we move forward in discussing what's going on downtown. So he's a great value added to the organization.
Absolutely.
agreed.
Okay.
On that too, just for transparency, an adjoining property owner had reached out with some ideas that he had maybe on, that could work, and I've asked Russ, or you all, to just contact him directly and work with the state DOH, but it could be beneficial in this project.
That would be very helpful.
Yep.
At this point, though, we're just trying to get our foot in the door with the funding.
Okay.
So certainly that is on our radar with that. So the next item on the agenda, Mr. Chairman?
The FY fiscal year 2026-27 UPWP development.
Yes, and as I mentioned earlier, this is an informational item, so particularly the county commission and the city of Morgantown, who are our primary funders, local funders, as well as the state, will be aware of our potential budget in the upcoming year. We will need to adopt the final budget to go to the Federal Highway Administration and the Federal Transit Administration in March. But I will put together basically a placeholder work program for that. But I will, of course, welcome any input the policy board or the public has on items you would like to see included in the upcoming UPWP. But this is just the placeholder budget as an informational item for the policy board. So, and for example, it does show the staff funding levels for that.
Great.
So that's an informational item, sir.
All right, fantastic. We're next on the list is other business. I just also want to point out that the budget is in your packet as well for informational purposes. And once again, I want to thank Bill, and it's probably good to finally get this out in public.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of work to do here in the city. All right, any other business from the board?
I was curious, what's the status of the intersection, and it's kind of hard to describe. It's right near the Dominion Post, but it's where crossing Route 7.
Mineral Avenue and...
Where it comes down.
Yeah, where it comes down.
That's Mineral Avenue.
Then now we have a new pool that's up a bit from there.
Yeah.
But that intersection and a way to get across it is really something. And it just seems like whatever we could do to
and
further that.
Ella has also been asking about that because it's also access to the rail trail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
It is that whole corridor is identified in the state's vulnerable road users project, which I think Donna Hardy discussed with the policy board, unfortunately before Mr. Downs got on the board.
Yeah.
And it all fell by the wayside when Ms. Hardy left.
Yes.
The current coordinator...
She lives, I mean, she still is working in the area.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she doesn't work for the state.
I know. They could consult.
But they have a vulnerable road users program. It's a statewide program where they're hiring consultants to investigate quarters like this. Okay. And Morgantown's quarters, I don't know if you recall from the presentation.
Yes, we had one.
Is like the #1 highest impacted quarter in the state.
Okay.
That intersection is one of them, and they're hiring a consulting team to come in and look into all of that. But with both Ms. Hardy's leaving and Ms. Mays having to take over and learn, it has been delayed. But Ms. Mays, in my last correspondence with her, which was in early December, they have selected a consultant, and that contract should be in place by now, if not very soon. And so that consultant team should be working with us sometime this year.
Could we
do a
see
design on that.
what we can do as an MPO to facilitate that team working with local MMPO, city, county, wherever they're looking, to try to make the best projects that we can make? Because that's been looked at before. That doesn't mean that anybody has to take, but if they sort of took some of the ideas into account that have been developed over the years that you helped often supervise, that would just be helpful as partially a shortcut for them, but also having some public participation, going through.
Yeah, that was also a WVU student senior project coming down that hill.
Well, it just
But
begs to be handled somehow.
But yeah, I have been pushing and trying to get them moving on that for a long time.
Well,
it's finally come to fruition.
say we appreciate that she's working on it.
Yeah.
If you would.
So, yeah, we keep pushing them on it.
Yep.
But, so that consultant should be under contract right now.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, the folks in Jerome Park would love a crosswalk to get to the rail trail.
Yeah, I remember when I first moved here, I was working in the airport and living in South Park, and it horrified me to see ladies with baby strollers trying to cross at that intersection to get to the park and the rail trail. And it still does, because it still happens.
Sure.
So it's been a long identified problem. Getting the state to look at it has been a challenge.
Those babies have grown up now. So.
Yeah,
They're pushing
they're
their
the
babies.
ones pushing the carriages down.
Just because they're long identified problems doesn't mean that we're not still after them.
Yeah.
And if you're potentially considering being a resident here for a long time, you have a vested interest in getting
I
these
do
summits,
have
so
a
that you do not have to drive through Saberton and,
Be horrified by.
yes.
So our
See
goal is to
any-
beat the 27 and 25-year records?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Get this-
Well, there's one other one. Where are we at? I remember before it was part of in Westover, the sidewalks that go from basically the bus terminal all the way down. Where are we, anywhere on that? Because that's been something I know, Bob, that your predecessor, who was on the board here, was fighting for that. She was,
Yeah, that project.
this does not sound good.
That's one we need to work with the
Okay.
state on, because
Okay.
what has happened with it, I don't know if you recall, but the state actually got a raise grant
Right.
to do the design of all that, and so the grants that the city of Westover had gotten had been put on, the state asked Westover to put that on hold because they wanted to have a comprehensive approach to it, rather than just putting in sidewalk willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And so we need to get on the state, and I need to
Okay.
get on the state about that, where we stand with that raise grant. But there's also with the new administration,
Right.
the raise grant has been up in the air. So that one is one of the balls I need to juggle a little bit more
Okay.
and get on.
I
But
just,
I am
yeah.
aware of that.
I want to make sure that's still been on our radar.
Yeah.
That's another situation
Oh.
with baby carriages.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Well, and you have a resurfacing project scheduled for that whole stretch of road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the state after we did Holland. Now they're gonna come back in and supposedly tear it up this spring and do whatever they're gonna do.
Well, I believe that also includes the removal of the brick underneath.
The stuff that needs to go.
Yeah.
And then do it, but they're gonna do it from the bridge all the way to the 4-lane, from what I understand.
Right.
Wow.
Mount Road, the whole 9 yards.
Wouldn't be a
So,
perfect time to,
So
That's my point, right?
That's what they're saying.
Well,
So-
Be a great sidewalk time.
Yeah,
we thought was, yeah.
so.
Let's see, we'll see, yeah.
But don't hold up the repaving, but try to add the sidewalks,
Yeah.
is that what you're saying?
Hopefully they'll discuss the detours a little better than what it was last time.
Yeah.
They need to go down there and do some blacktopping on,
Oh.
what's that street runs along the railroad tracks?
Yes.
It's actually, I think, the rail.
It's actually railroad owned, is it?
I don't know, but those
Yeah, it's
speed
not
bumps
our
work well in
street,
this
even
street,
though we
I
were
tell you that.
maintaining it, it's
Yeah.
railroad property.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can do, and I asked Mr. Carr, that I'm sorry he's not here, but even with the engineers, how can you do a detour on private property?
Was it part of the railway originally, the property where there are tracks there?
No.
That's all railroad still, it's still railroad property, they own it still.
Back when I was on Westover Council, there was an issue, just a short section of that somehow an individual, private, got part of that section. So I don't know if
I
that's
don't
been.
know either, I'm just going by what I was told, but I
Yeah.
know
Well, I
that's
was meaning,
not
I
ours.
think the railroad reacquired it somewhere
Yeah.
along
Okay.
private. That was interesting, because at that time we were trying to put another crossing in there.
Yeah, I hope we don't have to do that again.
Hopefully they get an agreement worked out, because that was not a viable, it's a detour. That was-
So Bill's predecessor is gonna, or successor is gonna be pretty busy, huh?
Yeah. There is another piece of news, and I'm sorry Mr. Blanco isn't here
He's on the line.
to discuss it in person. The town of Star City did also apply for and receive a Safe Streets for All grant to do a planning grant for the improvement of sidewalks. And they decided they did not want to go through the development of that plan process and turn the money back to the Federal Highway Administration. Just as an FYI to the policy board. So.
Okay, any other business? Seeing none, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
Second.
Moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll be gone.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Stay warm out there.